All right, this is my favorite. Finding the predictions and prophecies out there that have been hanging out about specific subjects. And today I have five March predictions. And we've talked about the 3 days of darkness, and it's not going to happen. And let's say we had a solar flare. Actually, the worst of it, it's really over. I believe it's a regeneration of the planet in amazing ways. But today we're going to talk about that golden era. When does it actually begin? It is actually starting. Now, it may not be in the form you think, but I'm going to give you five predictions. I'm going to tell you that it's going on right now. And if you want to participate, this could be life-changing for you. Let's get started. Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube. I am here to help you break through fears because it is an illusion. It's a story. You can change the story. You are all powerful. You hold the secrets to the universe. You just don't know it, but that's okay. We're playing humans right now. So let's talk about five separate ancient prophecies, five different cultures from completely different times in history, and they all point to the same moment. We're talking March 2026. And by the way, this is just the start. We had February miracles. Did you have a miracle in February? I did a huge one. You got to place the order. Yeah, you got to be clear on it and push the fear away. It's time to go into the penthouse, my friend. So it's not 2030 we're talking about, not 2050. We're talking about right now, and you're participating in this amazing era. But here's what mainstream media is missing. While everybody's panicking about the chaos, the collapse, the fear, and their doom scrolling, they're missing the real event, the event that isn't about the end of the world. It's the beginning of a new one, and I keep saying that. I want you to look at everything that's happening and saying, it's crumbling, it's dissolving, it's being exposed, and we are saying no more. Yes, the power is with the people, and the convergence is happening right now of all these events. I'm going to show you the five prophecies that confirm we are entering the golden era. And the most shocking part, it starts with a cosmic trigger event in just a few weeks. Now it's not just cut and dry, but it's another opening happening. All right. In just a few weeks, by the end of this video, you'll understand why the chaos you see, it's not a disaster, it's a rebirth. I sort of say that in every video. So let's talk about it. I hope that you will subscribe to my channel. That tells YouTube, now listen to this very carefully. Everything you do is a message to an algorithm. When you click, you give a thumbs up, and provided you love the video and you subscribe, YouTube says, wait a minute, people don't want the conspiracy. They don't want the fear base. They're liking the positive. And so it starts to send you more positive videos. And then it thinks, well, this is what the public wants. It's up to us. Be careful about those choices that you're making. So welcome back, my friends. You know me, I'm Landria Onkka. If you've ever been following this channel, you know we're tracking warnings, we're tracking prophecies, predictions, and we've looked at the shifts. But today, we're flipping the script because you can't have a shadow without a light. And the light that's coming in March is unlike anything we've seen in 10,000 years. I love all these points we're hitting. By the way, big one coming in April, but we're going to talk about the March one right now. By the way, that's my birthday, March 10th. We're going to look at the Hopi, Edgar Cayce, Dolores Cannon, Vedic texts, and even NASA science. Now, some of you don't like it, but let's pull that information in. And they all converge on a specific window, the March equinox. This is the 0 point where the timelines split. Let's dive in. Prediction number one, the Hopi fifth world. Ooh, we keep hearing 5D, fifth root race, the Hopi fifth world emergence. Number one, the Hopi prophecy. For thousands of years, the Hopi have said humanity evolves through worlds, right? Dolores Cannon, the two worlds, the new earth. We're hearing the same thing. We're currently at the end of the fourth world, a world defined by materialism and separation. This has been at the root of the collapse. Edgar Cayce spoke of this. The materialism, especially of the United States, would be a downfall. Well, what's the downfall? When you fall, there's only one place to go, and that's up. We're looking at ourselves and saying, I don't like this, and making different choices. This is the big change that's happening. The Hopi didn't say the world ends. We hear this again. People assume it's the world ending. It's not going to end. They said it emerges. So they predict the arrival of the fifth world. I love that. A time of peace and spiritual unity. But here is the catch. You can't get to the fifth world without the great purification. Yep, it's happening right. That's purification. We call it chaos. It's a purification, according to the Hopi. The chaos you see in the news, it's the purification. It's the cleaning of the house before the guests arrive. Even here, we're looking at what we eat and saying, Americans are overweight and they're unhealthy. Where's that coming from? We're eating poisons. And guess what? We're looking at that and saying, I have a choice, and we're making better choices. The March connection, the Hopi emphasize the importance of natural cycles. There are cycles. It's sort of like a program, a software program. Certain things come around so many years, even the solar flares, but it's all connected. So some of you might say, well, solar flares happen so many years. Yes, but it is connected to everything. It affects everything, and what we do affects it. So just nothing stands alone. Okay? It's all converging and working together. The equinox, March 20th, is the moment of balance. It's the cosmic doorway. They believe, the Hopi believe that when the blue star, oh, have you heard this one before? The blue star energy arrives, the transition accelerates. This March, we're hitting a point of critical mass. We're moving from the cleaning phase to the building phase. Do you remember the video I did on Chris Bledsoe? The blue star Regulus that appears to be red will appear over the horizon of the Sphinx. That's supposed to happen in April. We're going to talk about that. It's ironic that the Hopi are mentioning the blue star. This is coming up. Chris Bledsoe didn't even know what that meant. Boy, we got some really great stuff to look forward to. Let's talk about prediction number 2, Edgar Cayce's fifth root race. So number 2, the sleeping prophet. You know, I love Edgar Cayce. Now, Edgar Cayce never met a Hopi elder. He was a devout Christian from Kentucky. He didn't even believe in reincarnation, yet look at what he predicted. He didn't just predict spiritual peace. He predicted a biological evolution. Cayce foresaw the emergence of the fifth root race. Come on, this is pretty cool, right? A whole race emerging, fifth root. It's a totally different way of thinking, believing. It's going to change our actual DNA. You know, there's proof. Those of you who meditate, you can actually change your DNA. I just saw that. Science. He said a new kind of human would appear on Earth. Humans with highly activated DNA, intuition, telepathy, and a total lack of fear. Total lack of fear. Oh, I love that. He called this the age of the lily, humanity rising pure out of the mud. All right, so we're talking about this new race, but it is us. It's not another human or the new ones being born. It's the race of the change of our current DNA. It's you and me, okay? It includes us. It's still a choice though, right? You got to get on that elevator to get to that penthouse. The timeline, well, Cayce said this would begin in the years following 1998. That's when the polar shifts started to occur very slowly, and it would ramp up through the 2020s. Now, he didn't say specific times, but again, we're using events, pulling them together and saying, it's happening now, especially when you look at solar events and then, of course, cosmic events, astronomical events. It's pointing to right now. We're right in the sweet spot. What if the exhaustion or body aches you're feeling aren't sickness? It's an upgrade. What if that solar flare and you go out in the sun? My friend Nikki, she's laying out in the sun. She's falling asleep out there. It's amazing. I said, did you know it affects your mitochondria? That's the energy field in your body. And we're fearing all these things when we should welcome it. What if the exhaustion you're feeling is that upgrade? Well, Cayce said your very biology is changing to match the new vibration of the golden era. So we have a physicality here that has to match the frequency. Otherwise, we'd probably blow up. We couldn't handle it. So we have to raise it, raise it. So you're going to have symptoms that happen along with this. And that's why don't fear the solar flares. Hey, if it takes out the computer, big whoop. We'll get back online. So again, there's this old-fashioned prophecies predictions that they didn't even imagine what it meant. There was a lot of fear. The Carrington effect, did you hear my video about that? People were reading at midnight because there was so much light. That was a solar flare. You don't hear about thousands of people dying. No, the telegraphs went out and there was a few fires, some strange stuff going on. This is pretty cool stuff. I'm be boring if we didn't have these cool things happening. So let's talk about prediction number 3, the science, solar maximum. I mentioned that before. Let's get scientific because the skeptics all say, Landria, that's just woo-woo. Okay, let's look at NASA. All right, like I said, put your opinion aside. NASA does have some great information and reporting that comes back to us. We are currently in solar cycle 25. It's one of the most intense solar cycles on record. Scientists confirm we're hitting the solar maximum, the peak of solar activity. That's actually happening in March. That happened in 2025, and right now in 2026. We're in the tail end of it. I think it's here to send energy and a powerhouse, let's just say, upgrade. I really do. And I'm going to go out into that sun as soon as I'm done shooting this video. The March trigger. March is statistically the most active month for geomagnetic storms due to the Russell-McPherson event. Cracks open in Earth's magnetic field during the equinox, letting more solar energy in. Solar energy empowers, energizes. Don't forget that. Spiritualists have always known what science is just catching up to. The sun isn't just sending heat, it's sending information. Everything's alive and communicates. Everything's intelligent, and that's science too. All right? We're talking about experiments where the wave, a probability, upon observation turns in a particle, but the actual thoughts of the observer depended on what it created. This is real stuff, peeps. So the sun isn't just sending heat, it's sending information, it's sending light codes. This March, we're expecting a massive download of solar energy that acts as the trigger for that biological change Cayce talked about. Prediction number 4, Dolores Cannon. Well, I was trained by Dolores Cannon. I'm a quantum healing hypnosis technique hypnotist, and I had patients, well, let's just say clients, that would go into other worlds, didn't even know they were talking about this. Pretty interesting stuff. I say I'm open to everything as long as it's on the higher frequency. If you open yourself up and you're on a low frequency, watch what you're opening yourself up to. If you're on that floor, you're going to communicate with things on that floor. All right? Go up here before you be opening up some doors. So you got to get it in check. We want to participate in all these activities on the highest frequency, and you will see miracles, healings, all kinds of stuff. Not woo-woo, I'm going to talk to my angels or somebody else is going to do it, or I need somebody to channel. You hold that power. That's what this channel is going to tell you. You've got it. It's always here. Just remove the veils, my friend. Number 4, Dolores Cannon, through thousands of hypnosis sessions, thousands. She found the same message coming through over and over again. The splitting of worlds. This is what she's known for. She predicted that Earth is separating into 2 densities. The old Earth, 3D, heavy fear-based crumbling. The new Earth, 5D, light, love-based expanding. Okay? These are frequencies, not physical events. Now, it will affect us physically, but you're not going to see it like we think of as humans. Oh, the Earth is going to split. It's just metaphorical. It is a frequency. You and I will be here, and you could experience something completely different than me, and your life will be affected that way. There's going to be a cause and effect. You're going to see amazing things, and I'll say, we're going to hell in a handbasket. Why? Woohoo! Snap out of it. Oops, you know what this is? She said the split would become undeniable around this exact time. We're feeling it. We know it, don't we? It's not like an event coming. We used to talk about the event. It's here. We feel it. It's happening. We're seeing it happening in the world. We're seeing crazy stuff happening. Not all of it's good, but it is still the collapse of the systems. You're seeing it now, and you have friends or family who seem to be living in a totally different reality than you, right? That's the split. Don't worry, nobody gets left behind. We're one beautiful, amazing energy field, and if they want to experience something different, allow them. Judging that and saying you shouldn't, you need to be awakened, is low frequency ego speaking. I know it doesn't seem, but I want good for them. You want, allow, accept. This is going to be a huge part of your raising your frequency. It is allowing those out there in whatever frequency they are in to learn their lessons, the teachings. They came here for specific things, and others benefit from that, right? You know, the person that treated you bad was your best teacher. Can you forgive and love anyways? Said Christ. The choice, March 2026, is a choice point. The energy is so high that you can no longer straddle the fence. Okay, you have to choose which earth you're going to anchor into because we have more and more events coming, more openings and openings and openings. In December, did you feel it? I felt a huge shift, huge one. I feel like a different person. I would love to hear your comments. Are you feeding the fear of the fourth world or building the fifth world? It comes to, am I participating? Am I fueling it, feeding it? Ask yourself this and be very, very, very honest. Separation, judgment, taking sides, right and wrong. They don't do that in the penthouse. Prediction number 5, the Vedic Golden Age. The Vedic prophecy. Ancient Indian texts tell us that we are in the Kali Yuga, the age of darkness. What does the one want? It's not separate from darkness. It's exploring darkness. What is darkness? Oh, it makes the light that much more fabulous. And we go into consciousness of it. Now we know. Like I said, a fish doesn't know what oxygen is and that it's not good for it because it's always in water. It knows when you pull it out and it's gasping, right? There's a loophole here, though. The texts predict a golden age, Satya Yuga, I hope I pronounced that right, that rises within the Kali Yuga for 10,000 years. We're at the dawn of that sub-cycle. Oh, yeah, I feel it. The darkness isn't winning, it's being pushed out by the sunrise. This March equinox represents the cosmic dawn. It is the moment the light officially overtakes the dark in the northern hemisphere, symbolizing the energetic truth of our planet. So, what do you want to do with this? What are you going to do with this? You stop waiting for the world to save you. You realize that you are the golden era. The Hopi, Cayce, the science, they're all telling you that time is now. March 20th is a big trigger. By the way, it's every day. People think I'm going to miss that. There are no deadlines. They're just more openings. All right, let's get that right because you're eternal. Do not fear the chaos. The chaos is just the shell breaking so the new life can emerge. People are stepping up, and I'm hearing stuff that I've never heard before that usually would get shut down, and some of it will be about what we're eating, all the things that we're being, filtered from people that don't care about anything other than material world and money. We still have a choice of whether we say yes or no. And that's the difference. We're saying no. This is not okay. That's not the world I want to live in. I'm going to go into the fifth root race. I want you to affirm this below. I am in the golden era. Claim it. Lock it in. And if you want to know exactly how to prepare your body for these solar shifts, watch my next video. We're going to talk more about this. How do you actually prepare for it? Well, I'm going to tell you something. Stop looking to the outside sources. You hold the power. You are it. You are a co-creator. And I realize some of you need the angels and the titles and the downloads and the channels and all this stuff. And at some point you'll realize, wait a second, I am that. I am. I don't need that. I don't need to name an angel or name a this or name of that or tarot cards or anything. Why would you go to that? What happens if that tarot card comes up isn't a nice one? Is it real? Is it true? Did I do that? Did somebody else do that? No, you got it right here, my friend. Go into meditation. And as I shared with somebody I just coached the other day, observe. Expect nothing from anyone. I need is a word that I heard. You need nothing. You are. Everything will come to you. Your food, your water will be available. You're all going to leave this planet, as am I. How do you want to go out? As the hero, as the one that gives, that places others first, because what you do and give, you receive immediately. It's not a delay. And you will feel it, and you don't do it because you want anything back. You do it because this is the fifth root race. This is the era of the fifth humanity that's coming in. that is here already. It's formulating and it's splitting and tipping, and you will see the other world. In the penthouse, you can still see what's going on. You can hear it. It's not a nice sound, but everyone's welcome up there. They only have to abide by, let's just say, the frequency of the fifth, the penthouse. You don't want anybody up there arguing politics or saying this is how things are. All things exist there. Every opinion exists there. Anything you desire exists there. That's the beauty of Source. It's all things. There's no one thing. There's just one source. And it is all things. You are that. Just remove the veils, the illusions, the stories, the hate, the anger, the blame. Let it go. You want to go into that space because when you leave here, you take that energy with you. You go over on that same frequency and you continue to learn there and, of course, experience who knows what you're going to go to. You might be some other kind of energy form that's amazing. But you've got this one role that you're playing today. You'll never redo this. And all timelines and realities exist right now. You can switch into any one of them, any moment. Let go. 5 beautiful predictions saying the same thing. And there's many more. We're going to explore more of these. I love looking this up because it tells me that despite all these horrible things that you're going to see on media and the internet, this is the result if you choose it. You are whole and perfect, strong and powerful. And wait a minute. Again, don't forget to subscribe. But I want to tell you, if you want to join my private membership, go down in the description. You'll get all of these videos first. Sometimes it's days before. Every week I go live with you and we talk to each other and there are comments. I go straight in there. So there's some really great stuff happening in that membership. And also I have free inspiration and all kinds of great stuff for you to explore. Do you want to be an entrepreneur online and do great stuff? Do you want to go in and clear out the breakthrough fear stuff? Right? I've got free things for you. And also I'm launching the Conscious Creator Vault. It's a membership. It's coming up here shortly. Everybody should be able to afford this. And every 30 days, the vault opens and you get teachings in chic sustainability, how to live that life, physical life, the Breakthrough Fear series, how to clear this out and go into that ultimate creation state. The third one is conscious contribution. How am I earning? How do I function on the physical world? What do I actually do physically? You know, I've got to pay my bills. Why am I broke all the time? And I teach you all of that because we are in a physical world. And as soon as you switch that DNA over, it dissolves and things you never imagined will show up for you because you are whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. I hope you'll purchase my book. It talks exactly about this era. Now I know my clear audience said, get it out now. That was a year ago, over a year ago, because it was preparing you for this. So if you read it, it'll make sense. Maybe the last spiritual book you ever have to read. It's real simple. Yeah. Blessings to you, my friend. You are absolutely perfect and loved. You are loved no matter what. No matter what. You can't make a mistake. You're just contributing to experience, but make sure that the choice, the teachings from it, take you to a higher place. From this, we learn and we go here. I'll see you in that penthouse. Namaste.